Hey folks, it's Charlie here from Charlie in the Rain. And if you have literally watched one of my interviews before, you'd know I love Australian music. I love women in Australian music and I love pop music. So today is like an ultimate treat for me because I'm sitting down with this artist who I genuinely feel is going to be like one of those names that in a few years you're not going to be able to escape. Every billboard, every time you turn on the radio, you'll be hearing this artist. And it's not going to be in a way where you're like, oh, again. You're going to be like, yes, finally. I'm starting to see this happen. I'm starting to see the rollout happen for this artist, and I am loving it. I'm sitting down today to chat with Gia Darcy, who I am obsessed with. How are you doing?
I am great, Charlie. Thank you so much. That was the cutest intro ever.
I mean it. I cannot wait for the day where it's like everywhere you go. You know, sometimes like when Taylor Swift releases an album and she's just everywhere. I can't wait for the day you're in that position. And I can see it. I can see the
I can
billboards in
see
my
it
head.
too. I love that. I'm so ready for that. We're on our way. We're on our way.
Yes, everything is going to happen in due time, and the little pieces are happening right now. I am so obsessed. But I'd love to chat right now about your latest single you've put out. It's been out for a little while now, but also I feel like it's still so fresh because I'm listening to it like every day. It is in my mind all the time. Your latest single, Illuminate, which this is such a gorgeous track. It's not just your standard, oh yeah, it's a pop song by a pop diva and we love it. You're going so deep with this. It sounds so ethereal and delicate at the start, and you're like, okay, you can see a real gorgeous like a perfume ad type of beat, and then you listen to it and you're like, whoa, we're actually getting deeper here. There is so much going on. Lyrically, you're grounded, but you're also showing your vulnerability. I love Illuminate so much. Can you tell us a little bit, what is Illuminate about? Can you tell us what this track means to you?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I want to say, that was the goal in this actually. So, that was the first song of a 3-track project. I'm releasing this little mini EP. And it all is about how mental health can manifest in relationships. So, specifically for that song, and also kind of the whole EP, what I really wanted to get across is I wanted them to be pop bangers and pop, beautifully packaged pop songs, but have this real meaning underneath and this real through line. So yeah, specifically for Illuminate, the song is about kind of self-worth and how you see yourself. And I am the world's biggest people pleaser. I always have been. And sometimes I find myself walking away from conversations. I'm like, was that really what deep down I wanted to say? Or did I just say that to make that other person feel heard or understood or happy or whatever it was, serve them in the conversation rather than serving myself? And I saw this way to write this song as a love song because I thought it would be cool to kind of explore all these darker, sadder, internal thoughts and then kind of mirror that with how your partner sees you and how they love all those parts, all of those really particular personal parts of yourself. And in my relationship that I'm at the moment, I really do feel like I don't have to make him happy and make myself a certain person that he wants me to be. I can just be who I am, which is really lovely. So that's the first song. That's Illuminate.
I love that so much because it's this sort of it's a song you don't hear all the time. It's a song you really don't hear at all because you often hear songs about relationships where it's like, oh, I'm so in love, or oh, I'm so upset, or oh, let's break up, or this person cheated. It's very much focused on the relationship itself. But you're coming in here and you're talking about, hey, this is actually how I'm feeling, and this is how the relationship brings out this side of me and brings out the better side. I love when something breaks apart from the norm and stands out in its own way. And you've done this so wonderfully, which is why I think I'm so drawn to Illuminate. And I can't wait for the other tracks on this EP.
Yes. If you like Illuminate, the next 2 songs are just an extension of Illuminate. They can the next song, What's to Blame, is a little different sonically. It's less sparkly and it is more it's actually a duet too. Yes. And I can't, what's the word? Disclose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't disclose who my partner is yet, but in due time. So that song kind of does move a little bit more acoustic. It's very personal and it's very
Mm.
like just speaking top of head, like how I'm feeling in the moment. And then the same goes for the duet partner.
Mm.
And then in the last song, that song's called White Noise. That kind of returns back to this really pop girl sparkly sound. But yeah, to me, these songs feel so cohesive in their
Mm.
meaning, and yeah, just that weaving in how mental health manifests in a relationship, really.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to dive into that. But first off, I just want to ask a really fun little question. What is
Right?
the ideal listening experience for Illuminate? And when we get these other songs for the full EP, can you like set the
Okay.
scene for where we are and what we're doing to properly get the most out of these songs?
Cute. Okay. I'm thinking about this because immediately I was thinking like always like by yourself, I feel
Mm.
like, for my music generally. Oh, not always, but for these three songs, like you should be by yourself. You should really be in your own moment. Immediately I was drawn to like being in the car in a road trip, driving down the coast or whatever. But also, I was just thinking there might be something quite beautiful in just like being in your bedroom, being really centered, like if you want to be journaling or something. I don't know, while listening to them. But yeah, I just think in somewhere that you feel really safe and comfortable and happy. And yeah, just listen to the EP.
Because I feel like it's also those situations that really make it hit different. Like, if you're listening while you're traveling or you're listening while you're in your room, you're in your element. You get to really connect with what's going on in the lyrics and the sonic world. That's perfect, I feel.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I've always written music like wanting people to feel understood or just take
Yeah.
away something special in the music. Like they understand that feeling, or it's like something uncomfortable that they don't want to say. I think like back to what you said, running away from the norm and like how this song isn't just like, oh, I love you and da 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 da. A lot of pop divas have like this real sense of identity and like I'm so confident, I'm so strong, I'm not
Mm,
afraid of anything, right? I see like a lot of pop stars, they're just not afraid, and that's
mm,
amazing. Like I wish that I could be that, but I'm not. Like I am so,
mm.
I mean, growing up, I've learned to become more confident in myself, and I really do like feel super confident in who I am as a person now, but like it took me a long way to get there. And I also was really scared of the world when I was young, and I still can be in times. And I find a lot of things scary. When I first like got into this relationship, I was so frightened of like letting someone in. And I feel like pop stars don't normally speak about being scared. So a lot of my music comes around like anxiety and feeling anxious and nervous about telling someone that you like them, or yeah, anxious in the world, like all of this. So I really like to dive into that, and a lot of pop stars wouldn't really talk about how nervous they are about the world, but I that's my favorite kind of music, like honest and true. And if somebody else can feel like, oh, well, that pop star isn't super confident and knows who she is right from the moment that she
Mm.
was, brought into the world, then that makes like that's all I want. I just want people to feel understood.
No, 100%. That's something that really about this sort of work that stands out so prominently. I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, when was that first point in my life where I heard a song that made me feel, oh, I'm not alone in this feeling. Like these big shiny pop stars can feel like this too. And I was thinking about Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero because it's one of my favorite songs from her. Like it really changed like the chemistry of my brain in a way to see a song that was charting so prominently that was actually about an artist standing up and being like, this is a major insecurity for me. And it doesn't have to be centered around something else. Like it's not that I'm not good enough, or I'm not worth anything, but it's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It kind of, to see that song in the mainstream, really, I feel like paved a way for so many more artists like
Yeah.
yourself to be so honest in your music and be bringing up these themes of like mental health and vulnerability that we didn't really see prior to this, I'd love to ask, was there a sort of inspiration that you look towards and be like, yes, this is why I feel like I need to make music like this, or I can write music about mental health? Or was it sort
Yeah.
of just something that just came about after you've been doing this for a few years? So after making all these pop bangers, you're like, I'm gonna turn to what's happening inside of me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think since I started writing music, my
Mm.
favorite artist and like my biggest inspiration has been Julia Michaels. I think
Yeah.
I just love the way that she writes, and I feel
Mm.
like she writes really honest, like emotional, but smart pop. And at the end of
Mm.
the day, they're still bangers, and they're like so like aesthetically pleasing but to the ear, you know?
Yeah.
So I always like wanted to follow in her footsteps and like do something a little left of center and a little smarter
Mm.
than just like plain old pop music. I mean, she can do everything, but
Mm.
yeah, the way that especially like specifically in her own music, I just loved the way I could tell how personal everything she wrote was. And I want to feel that. Like, I want to feel like I'm sitting next to her and she's like telling me secrets. Like, and I want people to feel that when they're listening to my music.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I just completely remembered that Issues was such a big charting song. That actually paved the way for Anti-Hero now when you think about it.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Issues. Like I had already been obsessed, like, because also growing up, I was obsessed with Justin Bieber and obsessed with
Hmm.
all the pop stars.
Yep.
And I knew that she was like writing a lot
Mm.
of Justin's songs and writing a lot of Selena Gomez's songs. And I
Yeah.
was like watching her behind the scenes. And then when Issues came out, I was like, oh my God, here we go. And I just fell in love with her from then. And I've been obsessed with her ever since.
Gosh, that like, I was a big Selena fan, so I didn't really get on the Justin side because I love Selena Gomez, and all those music, all those like songs still stand out so prominently to me. Like I love that.
Lose You to Love Me, such a beautiful song, like obsessed. That like rocked me when I first heard that song.
Yes, I remember like growing up when she started making like edgier, like not Disney stuff. I was like, I sat down with my parents. I'm like, I can't listen to this. It's not the Selena I knew. And now I go back, I'm like, this made me, this changed me.
Yeah, it really did. Like, it's so funny what music you listen to when you were younger shapes like what you become.
Yes, absolutely. But also speaking about music we listened to when we were younger, you carry this real sort of like Y2K nostalgic energy in your music, especially Illuminate. You could tell me, like, for certain this song would have fit on, like, my mum had these CDs that were like the best of divas and like diva compilations, and it's all just like badass pop women. Illuminate could easily fit on there, and I love that it has that energy. But also, we didn't necessarily hear these sort of songs talking about vulnerabilities and mental health in like the years of like 2000s pop mania. We did, but not really prominently like you do with your sort of music. How important is it for you to be standing up, making the music that sounds so like so homely and so nostalgic and just like gets in there, but it's also speaking out, it's breaking that mold as we were talking about before, to talk about mental health and kind of bring something new to something we all love.
Yeah, it feels great. I don't know. I just I love that world that I like the sonic world that I created
Yeah.
for Illuminate. Like I really wanted it to be super sparkly and like 80s drums, but kind of feel like it could fit in any era. Like so I'm really happy with what we came up with, Liam Quinn and I. Yeah, so I wanted it to feel like this really like fun, upbeat, like beautiful sounding thing, but then kind of be surprised by the lyrics being much, much deeper. So yeah, I'm really stoked with what we came out with.
Love it. And you mentioned you've been working with the best like dream team. Hello, I am obsessed with like,
Yeah.
you see sometimes there are certain artists that kill it, and then you see artists that sound like them or like jump up in the same vein, and they're all working with this amazing dream team. Can you tell us a little bit about the dream team behind Illuminate?
Totally, yeah. So I found this like in COVID lockdown a million years ago. I found this insanely talented songwriter who is from New York. His name's Ross Newhouse, and he kind of makes like folky indie pop music, like real singer-songwritery music. And I just loved the way he wrote lyrics, and I loved the way he painted pictures of stories. And I was like, I need to write with you. Like, let's write. So we've been writing together since lockdown, really. We write on Zoom all the time. And I came in with this idea for Illuminate. I was like, the song came from literally like a midnight conversation with my partner, as I said before, just saying like, sometimes I really struggle like sticking to the core of myself when I'm, you know, talking to other people, but I don't feel that with you. So I had that idea. I wanted the song to be called Illuminate too. I just felt like that. I don't know. I love that word. So we wrote the song on Zoom, and then I took it to my favorite ever producer that I've ever worked with, Liam. He is just so kind and so loving, and well, maybe not loving, that's a bit weird. So kind and like thoughtful with my songwriting. Like he always makes me feel really understood. And yeah, I told him I wanted there to be like 80s drums, like some 80s references. And he was just right there with me, and we made the song, and it's the best. I mean, the song's not the best, but the way it all came about was the best.
And also, the song is the best. Give yourself credit where credit is due.
And then also, like, from the Dream Team, it continues. So I've been working with the most amazing photographer. Her name is Renata Wells. Again, I've been working with her for at least like 3-4 years now. And yeah, we just created this world together. I knew that I wanted to, this is my first ever real music video. I've like edited music videos in the past myself and shot them myself, but it's never been to like this standard. And I told her, I really, really want to make a music video for this song, and I see this world that we can create. Would you like, because she's a photographer, her boyfriend, Alexander Leeway, is actually a videographer. And I asked her if she would like to, you know, be the director on the shoot, and Alex can shoot and she can direct and then take some photos while she's there too. So I just literally have this perfect little dream team that I love working with, and they're so, so talented. I don't know how I found them, but I love them all. And yeah, it's so cool. Like, just talking about this, it's so cool that I get to create things like this, and this is my life. Like, I never want it to end.
No, but also like mentioning your visuals, you have such great visuals. Like, you know, sometimes you can see a cover art and you can listen to the song and be like, oh, I don't really see how that connects. But then sometimes you go, wow, like that photo shoot, that energy, that's the song encapsulated. I feel that so much with the aesthetics you stick to. I love it.
Thank you. I've always just loved color, so I try to inject as much color into every song as possible. And, you know, Illuminate was so, like, it was already very visual to me, the song. Like, I just wanted explosions of color and bright and light. So, yeah, that's where we went from.
Yes. Oh, I love, that's one of my favorite things about pop music. I just love when there's a full world around a release. You don't see the indie rock bands doing that quite often, but the pop girlies get in there with these worlds. It's such a cool thing from like the fan perspective to have a full world built around every release. I love it.
The pop girlies commit. Like, there's something kind of, I feel like sometimes Australians find it like uncool to really like care and commit, and like, especially like at this level of pop music, like it might be uncool to try this hard. Like, it's so clear how hard I am trying to be a pop star, which is not cool. But to me, like, I don't care. I love what I get to do. I love like building these worlds and making these beautiful songs and sharing parts of myself. And whether it reaches like 20 people or a million people, I don't care. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. And I mean, we can level up from here.
No, I love that, because that's a very big sentiment that you see in like the public sphere. I can't even tell you who it was because I didn't want to read it for that long, but there was a post I saw recently where someone was like, oh, like Australian music like just isn't like hitting that level. They're all trying, but it just isn't there. And I'm just like, stop, they're trying. And you can see that the passion that comes through is just like, I feel like that makes me engage with a product more, or engage with like a song or a music video or like anything creative. When you see the passion and the hard work that's gone into it, it makes it more endearing.
Totally. And I think that Australian talent is insane. At the moment, we have the most amazing music coming out of Australia, especially the pop girlies. Like, I am obsessed with the people that I'm coming up with. And yeah, it's just so fun to be in this little world together. Yeah, I'm so impressed with Australian talent.
Yes, it's the cohort of like current pop girlies is insane. I like there's this festival, I think it was in like Sydney last year, called Starburst, and it was all just like emerging pop girlies, and I'm like, I love that. We need more of those like sort of showcases. I'm obsessed with that energy.
We do. I've applied for this year's Starburst.
Fingers crossed. You would be perfect. Like thinking about like you would fit so well.
I know, it would be so much fun. So hopefully we get through.
Yes. But this is something I'm really interested to ask you, because I've been listening to Aussie pop. I feel like I really fell in love with it on like a broader scale when I was like 12, 13, 14. Of course, like I've been listening to the Veronicas my whole life, but like it was that sort of like time period where I really got deep into it. You've been releasing music for a few years now. You've kind of gotten to know the Australian pop scene. From the consumer side, I feel like that we've had a bit of a shift, especially over the past 5 years, like post-COVID. I feel like there's been a bit of a small shift towards embracing Aussie pop music, and there are younger people who are growing up and starting to really love and champion our indie artists. I'd love to ask, have you sort of felt a little bit of this shift from your perspective as the artist at all?
Yes. Yes. No, I have. I definitely have felt majorly a shift in the last maybe three years. But I don't know if that's also just because I have been getting better. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I still love a lot of my earlier stuff, but yeah, I have been getting better and better. So I feel people have been championing, specifically like Triple J. When I first started releasing, it was really, really hard to get anything on Triple J because I was so pop. But I really have felt they're really embracing pop music a lot more lately. So I have felt a shift, but I also think I have been getting better. So that's probably why.
That's so fair. Growing into yourself as an artist, but also don't discredit that earlier work. That paved the way to get you where you are. And that's someone's favorite song out there.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah, it did.
Yes. I've like gone up to artists who I like first started listening to their earliest tracks when I was quite young, and they've like completely rebranded, started a new project. I'm like, I just need to say that song changed my life when I was 15. And they're like, what?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I actually, this is the funniest story. I actually have this song that I wrote like maybe 6 years ago, a long time ago. And I do a lot of lives on TikTok, and a lot of my fan base I've found through TikTok lives. And people will come back on most lives and sing, play Waterline. That's like this song that's never been released. I've been playing it on TikTok lives for 6 years now, and I don't think I will ever release it. Maybe. I still have a lot of love for that song. I think it's a really great song, but I don't know if it could see a world right now. But yeah, it's wild that people will hold on to these songs. If they make you feel something, they love these songs and they keep coming back asking for it. So maybe I should listen and maybe I should release it.
I love that. That's really demonstrative of this like indie artist fandom, and it's like they hook on to so many things, and I love to see it. I'm also seeing like so many artists like Alexia and Holly Hebe. They've cultivated such like a fan base of young women and like young music fans. I am just waiting for that to transfer over to you, and you'll be doing a show, an all ages show, and there'll be all these kids out there loving your music. Also, like, speaking about mental health in music is something that young people need to hear. We need to hear this important music.
Totally. I think, like, yeah, growing up, it's important to hear that everybody feels these things, everybody struggles, everybody has been through ups and downs. So, yeah, I really want to play an all ages show in Melbourne, actually. So that's on the cards.
Yes. I can't wait for. I know this fandom is sitting out there waiting for you. But also, one way that these fans might discover you is through a show you've got coming up. You are supporting pop idol, pop queen Charlie on her new tour. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're feeling for this show? Have you got anything in store that you can tell us about?
Yes, I am so beyond excited for this show. I have loved Charlie ever since I started releasing music, ever since I heard her. Like, yeah, she makes just amazing pop music. So she was on the vision list of someone to support for ages. So I'm so excited to do that. I have never played a band show in Melbourne before either. So this will be the first show in Melbourne. Yeah, so I'm just beyond excited. I'll be playing a lot of new music. I'll be playing both the songs that haven't been released yet. So the set's going to be really fun and yeah, can't wait.
Oh my gosh, the people who are getting a sneak peek at the EP, I'm so jealous. That's going to be so fun.
Yes, but the next song, What's to Blame, it won't be coming out. It will be coming out pretty soon after that gig. So yeah, can't wait. That's May 16th, the gig itself.
I'm going to be living through the FOMO. There better be, like, if you're watching and you're going to the show, you better post good videos to social media so I can live through it.
Yes, please.
And I'd love to ask, we've got this like mini EP happening, you've got these support shows. What's the best way that fans can support you? Whether they're one of those diehard fans on the TikTok live, whether they're someone who's like heard you on the radio, because you've had some like really cool radio spins lately and are like, I need to know more about Gia Darcy. I need to get in there. How can we show you that we're loving what you're doing?
You can comment on everything. Follow me on all the platforms. My name is Gia Darcy, GIADARCY, on everything. And if you want, you can buy merch. I have cute little t-shirts, and also I'm planning a whole new merch drop around this Charlie gig. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, honestly, with like up and coming artists in Australia, if you can support them in any way you can. Like if you just literally put a comment on every video or send it to one friend or follow or just be supportive in like your word of mouth, like talking to your friends about artists and like buying a ticket to any show or every show. Like really show up and support the Aussie small artists, because we are going places and we will bring you along with us. Like I know the names of all of my fans that come to every gig. Like I love them, they're my family, so you're coming with me once we go up.
That's also such an important thing where it's like I have seen artists go from releasing their first few tracks, like getting their first Triple J spin, to now booking out like the biggest arenas in my local area and like selling out shows to almost 10,000 people. It feels so exciting as a fan to watch that happen, and to have that artist on stage pointing to you and be like, yes, hi, I've known you for years. Like get around these indie Aussie artists, because you will have that moment one day standing front row with that artist pointing to you on stage. It will happen.
Yeah, it will. And also like I remember like each of my fans' favorite songs as well. Like I have one specific fan who likes to do a dance in my song called Save Your Breath. So when it's like time, I'm like, let's go. So it's like so cute. Like you can bake that fan culture into your set as an artist. It's like so much fun.
Yes, it's so wholesome. I love that so much. I can't wait to get out to a Gia Darcy show. I can't wait to see this like fandom in the person.
Yes. You'll have to come to the next one.
Yes, put me on the plane. I will get there. And I'd love to ask you one little final question to wrap up our little chat today. I want to know who's on the Gia Darcy playlist. Who, like, in your local music scene or across the country of Australia, have you been like loving lately and would love to give a shout out to?
Okay, obsessed. I have so many that I love. I'm obsessed with, we said them before, Alexia Holly Hebe. Chloe Pache is
Mhm.
killing it. I love Zuli from Sydney as well. Darcy Haven, of course. She's my
Mhm.
moody, like pop girly. Jem Casadei is
Yeah.
making some awesome music at the moment.
Mm.
She only recently popped up for me. I don't know, I've been living under a rock possibly, but I'm loving her new song.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously my girl Charlie, obsessed. Yeah, so many.
Mm. Yeah. Jem Casadei is one who I'm like, we need more people to get on her. I saw her
Yeah.
recently perform this set with her dad, Troy Casadei, and they did like Jem did a song, then he did a song, then Jem did a song. It was so wholesome, and her unreleased stuff is insane. So
Ooh.
I'm singing her praises. We need to get around Jem Casadei more.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm obsessed. Can't
Yes.
wait to hear her new stuff.
But I love the pop girlies. I feel we're on this like brink of a pop girly revolution in Australia. So thank you for releasing the music you do and for standing up and being that pop girly we can look towards and be like, we are in good hands. We have a great pop girly future. I mean it. You're on that list of like names that I'm like, could be one of the biggest global things if Australia just got their act together and gave you the love you deserve. So bit by bit, we are getting there.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Yeah, I'm not going to stop for anything. So we're keeping moving.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I adore your music. I cannot wait for this little mini EP to be out, but I will be streaming Illuminate. I'll be getting in there in the meantime. Thank you for making the time to chat all things Illuminate and like all the amazing things you're doing. Just like full stop, I'm obsessed.
Thank you, Charlie. That's so lovely. Thank you for asking such thoughtful questions.